All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Big Marley, you want to share your screen?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, everybody? We are in a draft. We just got done with the MMA show. We saw a couple spots left, so we fired one up. Hopefully, had to put pause on PGA for this. Philly Phantom in here. Little Neck, double dipping with us. Appreciate you. Hold on. Let me do this quick before I say. Here we go. Big Marley's on the clock in the one spot. Who runs better than Big Marley? Langley in here. What's going on, Langley? Saw you in the Discord earlier talking about some Keon Coleman. Nick, hey, if you guys have any questions, though, you'll be able to watch it all. If you're not, I tagged everyone in the Discord. It was a little late. There was only 2 spots left when I joined. We didn't know how long it would take after. It's late. Big Marley's got work tomorrow. Just got done with MMA. So any questions, though, tout one spot, yeah. Any questions, anything strategy-wise, just want to hang out with us, draft. We appreciate it. Again, drafters, this is no better spot to draft. We're drafting on drafters.com. $2 contest, $15 contest. We are doing the $15 contest. $500,000 up top. Use that promo code SHIPIT. They will match 20% or 100% from $20 to $100. I'm in the 5 spot here. 5 spots. I'll take 5 because I can go with my man JJ. Yes, sir. Hey, hit him with it.
Looking forward to this, man. I haven't drafted. Man, I don't even know if I did a draft last night, so it could have been 2 days by now. But before that, I've been drafting multiple every day. I was hoping to get one in earlier. I went to do some cardio, but I couldn't get it to load over on that other site. So I ended up having to do some cardio with no draft, which was horrible. Only did like 20, 25 minutes. There was no way you could see me on there for 45 minutes without doing a draft. So I cut that off short, went and hit the steam room instead. But I'm glad to be here right now doing this.
I love it. Yeah. For me, it's like you guys know, it's all slows, but I broke it up. So really busy up to the 4th of July. I was up north, fired it. 4th of July, I probably fired like 160, 100, whatever, something on a couple sites. Finally, those are winding down, almost there. I have a wedding this week. I'll be in Florida next week. Right when I get back from there, I'm firing up probably another 250, 300. Going to crank it all out before the wedding at the end of the month, and I will be all done. So I broke it up into 2 groups. Man, I tell you right away, I missed it right when I fired them up, and you're picking the first like 6 rounds. I was like, this is so fun. And then I remember why I've got burnt out the past 2 years doing 500 plus. Because, man, especially when you did how I did it, like all starting at the same time, running into the 17th round, 18th round, 19th at the same time is not fun, especially on Underdog and DraftKings having to worry about week 17 correlations, this, that, dome games. Yeah, drafters is where it's at. It takes a lot less time, less thought there. But yeah, I finally gonna have a little break. Like that title, try to spread it out. Yeah, diversification to ADPs. Now you're seeing Keon Coleman working in the slot, Godwin slot. Like you're getting all these reports. Neighbors looks good. All the coach talk and stuff starting to come out this week and moving forward. So I like to break it up into groups for that reason as well. Yeah, Philly. Yeah. That's the problem with the slow drafts. It's not for everyone.
Yeah, I just finished all my $2 slows. I think my last one, my last pick was today actually. So my plan was to fire up a couple slows in this 15. But I was like, you know what? I need a break for that. And I only had like 10 going. So I don't know how you do it, man. I can't do it. I did end up doing some DraftKings drafts last week because they had those promos going on.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go fast only on DraftKings because I got so screwed with the auto draft, missing 1 or 2, and then them just starting to do all of them for me. So I think right now my slows are going to be more so on Underdog. because on that one, I don't get that notification. There's no beep or anything when I'm on the
Yeah.
treadmill. If I look up, I might miss a pick. Whereas at drafters, at least they let me know. So I appreciate that. I like doing my fast drafts over here.
Yeah, and I like I get anxiety and frustration, so it's only tried one too many. That's the great thing about like best ball, like having those two options. The first year when I maxed Underdog, I did 150 fast drafts, and I had 3 tabs. I mean, I was working on a Mac, one screen. I had 3 tabs up there going back and forth, and I mean, I tweaked a couple picks here and there. Then I found for my lifestyle, it fits it more because I can sit down for 30 minutes and hammer out 50 if I need to, or just random times throughout the day. But it does not work for everyone. And I mean, I'm glued to my phone every single day, like for more than I do wish I was. So there's always upsides, downsides. But if you want to try and get 500 drafts in for fast drafts, you're spending a lot of time behind your computer too, especially if you're doing individuals. So yeah, you just got to find what works for you.
I ended up going Devontae Smith over Evans, even though I have Evans higher in the ranks, because I feel like I already have CMC, Ayuk, Evans teams. So I kind of want to switch it up. And I also wouldn't mind Hurts coming back to me, grabbing Hurts and Devontae here. So that was another reason why I took Devontae first. But if I was just going off rankings, I wouldn't have had a problem taking Evans there too. I just feel like I have 2 or 3 of those already.
Yeah, no, I do that all the time. Like if I think I have a similar, if I remember, that's another kind of hard thing. I guess slow or fast, but if I know I have like a lot of similar combinations, I will try and mix up a player or something. I don't want the same first 3-round picks in multiple of my teams if I had the choice, because what's the point at the end of the day? First and second isn't great. I mean, no, I take that back. I would lock up first and second any day of the week, but you're kind of cannibalizing yourself. I would rather more chances at just first place, and that's diversifying it that way. So
yeah, like 11 and 12th isn't great when you could have turned maybe that 12th into a first.
Exactly. I mean, all the cheese is not just first place, but like top 5, like pretty much every site. That's why there's so much luck. Whatever anyone says, like there is skill, you have to be good for sure, but man, you have to be lucky, especially with how top heavy the prize pools are. Like first and 6 might not be that big of a difference, but you could be talking, at least my year. I mean, I think we were talking like 220K. I mean, it might even been more, 230K maybe from first to 6. And this year it's probably even bigger. So have to get lucky for sure. What's up, Billy? I haven't seen you here too much. I appreciate you hanging in, doing some best ball content for sure. This will be the normal time. We will be doing a draft after the MMA shows on Thursday. Actually, Big Marley, Rio wants in next week. You guys, Rio, special guest, is going to be hopping in for me in the MMA show, and he wants to do the best ball show there too. So you'll have a new face. And Rio hasn't been on camera in a while, basketball season, so he's been enjoying his time off, much deserved time off after that grind. So that'll be cool to see him on camera.
Hell yeah, it'll be good to do two back-to-back shows with Rio as well. I like that kid.
Sounds good, Billy. I'll keep that in mind as well. Cheetah. Little neck, what's up? Okay, so I'm on the clock. Love the starts. I mean, yeah, I gotta take the Pacheco falling ADP.
And I am gonna do ranks as soon as I can. Hopefully Friday or Saturday. But if I don't get to them, then I'll get to it Sunday.
Man, I just saw it. What was it, like 40 days till football or something, or NFL, something absolutely crazy, a week to Hall of Fame or something.
Getting there. I got a lot of drafts to do too.
Yeah, what's your plan? Max and drafters, you said Max and Underdog.
Max and Underdog, Max and drafters, and then I wasn't even planning on doing DraftKings. Whoa.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even. Yeah.
You gotta have 2 in a row. Oh man, usually I like to go Andrews Lamar here.
You would have done that if you thought. I'm just gonna
kind of screw over the Lamar person. I'll take Andrews. But I like how soft DraftKings is. So I feel like every time I do a draft over there, there's at least one dead team in my pool of 12. So I wasn't planning on doing any over there, but because of that promo, I'm already like 10 deep or something like that. So I'll probably do another I don't know, 10, 15 or so, maybe do 25 in the millie. I don't know. I don't know what my DraftKings plan is yet. Usually I just stick to the single entries over there. But it definitely seems like the softest of places you could draft.
Definitely the softest. That's why Underdog is going to get the least amount of my action this year, which is the first year for sure. But I think Draft is a nuts format, and DraftKings is so soft. Giving away all the tickets in the world, people have no clue what they're doing, and their interface sucks. I think, which makes it even harder for people.
Yeah, absolutely. I had one where I started the draft, and then like DraftKings shut down, like they went offline for a few minutes, so I ended up having an auto pick or two. So I messaged them. I was like, "Yo, what's up? I just started the draft, and now it has me autoing." So they gave me the 20 or 25 bucks back, put it in my account at least. So I was like, "Okay, I'll draft a little bit more." I appreciate y'all doing that.
Well, I didn't know. So we do have Philly in here in the 11 spot, and then we have T-Dubs in here as well in the 8 spot. So we do have two of our faces.
Philly took Hurts from me. I see. I was wondering where he went. Oh yeah, because he's from Philly.
That he is.
I like my draft though.
What number is this? 59, 76 for Big Marley. 131 is the most for free.
Yeah, I didn't want to do too many before training camp, so I'm pretty much right where I wanted to be. I think I just finished my 54th over on Underdog, and I got halfway over here on Drafters. So now I'll just kind of knock out like 2 a night or something like that, maybe a couple more on the weekends, but it's save enough for these live shows where we can go up to the season.
You ever multi-screen or like both of them, or you just go one? Man,
one at a time. I'll do the cheaper ones more than one at a time, just because I don't care as much about those. I don't care about dropping $5. But when you get into these 15 and 25s, I want them all to count. So I try and pay attention to the draft as much as I can. I'm thinking about on Underdog, I'm thinking about weeks 15, 16, 17 correlation. So I just have too much on the Underdog and DraftKings side going on in my head to be able to do more than one. And then sometimes with drafters on my screen, if I'm doing a draft and then I switch to something else, I'll have to reload when I come back. And if I take too long, I don't want to screw up and miss my pick. Even though I feel pretty good about my rankings doing it for me, I still want to always focus on team correlation at least.
Yeah. Again, DraftKings Underdog, I want to stack and all that, but like if I have a naked quarterback or something on drafters, I don't hate it because week 1 through 17 means the most. Like it's about staying healthy. It's about nailing the Pukas and the Kyrans of last year, the Jerick McKinnons of the year before. Like correlation definitely matters, but it matters less than DraftKings and Underdog. There's no doubt about that. Because really all the money is in week 17 on those sites. You got to advance week 16 with week 15, advance out of the pods, which there's a lot of variance in that of its own. So you want to build for the highest upside.
Yeah, I'm a correlation freak, so I probably don't have more than 1 or 2 teams on drafters without a stacked quarterback, to be honest with you. And the only reason I would get a quarterback not stacked is because I'm getting like a Stafford at 180 when he's going in the 150s. Like I would need somebody to fall 20 picks. And then I'm like, all right, this is just too much value. I got to take this person. And at that point, there's really nobody else on the Rams to stack them with. So if I don't get one of those top guys with the Stafford, my last chance is Robinson, or if I really want to go with a 2-2. But if I'm getting that much value, I'm fine going unstacked.
Yeah, for me, it's mainly like the last quarter, like in my 3 QB builds, like a Derek Carr, a Drake May, a Bryce Young, a McCarthy, like something where I just know I want 3 quarterbacks. They're on the board. It's a late round. And then I'm fine because I just somehow 2 of my quarterbacks are hurt. Like maybe it's just more in my head it's nightmares because when I did win, I had 2 weeks without a quarterback. Jalen Hurts got hurt. Zach Wilson was just awful. And I'm like, and now it's way more people in the tournament, which means less room for error, which I don't think you can get away with zeros like that. So with how I mean, so many QB injuries we've seen the past couple of years. I have definitely increased my 3 QB builds this year compared to the last. I will say I've also increased my 3 tight end builds. I was pretty strongly on tight ends. I was taking like a premium one or at least 2 mid ones in a lot of builds, and quarterback at least 1 strong one or 2 mid ones. Even in some of those 2 mid QB builds or like a Goddard Komet or something, I am tending to go 3 with the 20 rounds obviously is big. Underdog, you just go 2 QBs, 3 tight ends or vice versa, or 2-2 because of the less rounds.
Yeah, I like 3 tight end builds. I started out doing more 3 quarterback builds just because I got so screwed last year at quarterback with everyone getting hurt. I was like, man, I just don't want that to happen again. But like, I'm playing for first. I don't need 3. So if I'm getting a top 5 quarterback, then I'm just calling it at 2 at this point. But if I'm more in the mid range of quarterbacks, then I'll still go with 3 of them and just hope to hit the right weeks. But I'm not playing cash games here. You know, this is my GPP of best ball. So let me get that first place. I'll still stick with 2 quarterbacks, and if they get hurt, they get hurt.
Yeah, no, for sure. You got to, like, when you build, you have to build like you're avoiding, and like, of course it's impossible to avoid injuries for all your teams and all your players, but when you do draft, you're telling yourself they're going to stay healthy. Like, they're going to hit their ceiling outcome for the most part. Like, if I'm drafting Lamar and Caleb Williams, I'm not drafting a 3rd QB. Or if I'm drafting Kittle and Kincaid, which probably a bad example, Kincaid and someone like Goddard, I'm not drafting a 3rd tight end. So if they get hurt, your team's just dead. And that's why you draft a lot.
Yeah,
we are just doing one Billy right
thing.
now today.
I definitely need to up these rankings. I would not have been happy about taking Addison in the 70s still. I still have no Addison yet in my 76 draft, so now's the time where I should start taking them.
You're lucky. I was taking Addison. I like the Vikings at cost because I think they're going to be trailing and throwing a lot, and they're in a dome. Like, all of it. I was taking Addison. And why I liked Addison is just, I mean, the Jets will just get all the double coverage, all the eyes, which it doesn't matter. He's that nice, and they'll throw that much. But I liked Addison. That was sad for me.
Yeah, I just don't know that they have a quarterback to get Jefferson where he needs to be and still feed Addison enough. And then with Hawkinson, I kind of like getting Hawkinson in like the 150s, 160s when I have a tight end who's like bye week of 10 or later when I expect Hawkinson to be back. So I have I don't know that I'm too overweight to Hawkinson, but I have been clicking on him. And then I'm probably right around the field on Aaron Jones. But yeah, I take Jefferson at 5. So I probably have, I'm overweight to him. I don't know where I'm at, but I always take Jefferson at 5.
I like it. I'm on the clock. Allergies kicking in. Oh, none of these QBs are mine. Go another receiver. J-Mo. He's too drunk to play.
Although now I'm wishing I took Evans over Smith since Hurts did not fall to me and Rashad White did. So I would have preferred Evans and White together.
I'll be right back. I got to blow my nose. My camera's tweaking.
Go for it. Yeah, liking where my team is at so far. My issue is that I almost need like a Purdy at this point because can't get Hurts, can't get Mahomes, can't get Lamar. Maybe I could stack up Tennessee if I really wanted. Let's see here. 96. Now's my time to get a little bit of Addison exposure. My first Addison right there. I'll take it. And then I don't even really need another running back yet because I'm really relying on CMC to be my guy. I do not want Sutton this early, though. It's Pollard or Najee. I'll take the value. Let me get Najee. And then with those 3 running backs, this is the range like where I'm locking up one of these running backs most of the time in this 7 to 9 round. But I hate when my teams have CMC and another running back or two, and then I'm like still forced to get one of those guys because I don't like Sutton and I don't really care too much for there's another. I really don't like Williams a ton. I like when he falls to me a little bit. But yeah, this wide receiver range is my least favorite range for wide receivers. So
I'm with you. I mean, I like
picking on these running backs.
Yeah, I mean, JMO I prefer more actually on like the Underdog DraftKings because man, like he's got the big hit. Like I think he's gonna have some games. He goes 5 for 125 and 2 touchdowns. But also like so I like him less on full point and playoffs where like the 30 in week 17 is what you need. This camera's tilting me so hard. The 30 is what you need in week 17, whereas week 1 and week 17 mean the same on drafters.
Yeah.
So it was more he fell to me. I took 2 running backs in the first 4 rounds, which I don't do too often. So I wanted to load the receiver room, but I got lucky. I got Jaden Daniels with Terry McLaurin. I could have went Caleb Williams with Adunze, but I definitely have a lot more Williams and Adunze pairings than Daniels, Scary Terry. And I love the rushing upside as well.
And you could still possibly get Williams. Yeah, I agree, Billy. I like Shaheed a little bit. I don't like reaching for him very much. I prefer him where, the mid hundreds, but I prefer him to fall. Because he's one of those like boomer bust type plays, in my opinion. I don't see him putting up 15 every week, but he could definitely put up 25 in his big week, something like that, which I prefer more on Underdog. And I also like him a lot on my Kamara teams because then I can kind of fall back with a Derek Carr if I need a late stack, something like that. But I have a ton of Kamara so far.
I will say, Philly, I want to know your plan because I get going Goddard with Hurts. But the 2-5 bye weeks, click on his team. So one thing, and I'll be lying to you. I have a couple teams that I did at tight end end up with. I think like Chagan Laporta. I just did a team like that, and I didn't love it. And besides drafting some bum in the last round, I told myself, fine, like a 0 at QB. I don't think you can really win nowadays anymore with 160,000, 80,000 in the contest. Tight end, I think you can get away with it because some weeks like you score 2, 3. But with that much draft capital at tight end, I don't know if I'd want the same bye week. It's just thinking out loud. I get the Hurts and wanting Goddard and that too, but
it almost looks like he's trying to set up Goff at quarterback, which I wouldn't want to lock up 2 good quarterbacks
you
with the same
can't
bye
do
week
that.
and then stop there. You almost have to lock up a third quarterback, third tight end late in the draft.
Okay, he auto Goddard. Okay, that makes sense. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that 59 at ADP of 1-4. Okay. That makes sense.
That's why I don't star people too early.
That makes sense. Hey, I'm gonna be able to get my Caleb, or I can get Purdy. But I won't do that to my man, Big Marley. I will say, if obviously there's no collusion, like if Caleb wasn't there and Purdy was there, I was 100% taking Purdy with Kittle. I sided with Caleb Williams for Adunze, and I will admit, I would have probably flipped a coin, but because Big Marley mentioned it, I hope he can get his.
Yeah, and that wouldn't have pissed me off because one's a running back, one's a wide receiver. But if I had like Ayuk and Debo or Ayuk and Kittle, that's when I hate when people snipe them from me. But yeah, I'm definitely taking Purdy there. And then I like both of these guys a lot. I think I have more exposure to Corum. I'm just gonna take ADP. I have him ranked slightly above him, so I'll take Benson. I just don't even need a running back, but I just also don't want to reach for these guys. So I just got to keep loading up on these damn running backs.
So
I'll take it.
Good at QB more than likely.
You see, I got my first Addison exposure.
Yes, I did. I like it. I was listening to you. I had you in my ear. I was laughing.
Okay. 96. I like it. I'll take that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I was worried about this person after you take in Purdy, though, with Debo. Ooh, they took Goff.
Do I go Dotson or Eckler?
Ooh, how many? Yeah, I don't know. One of them. I like Dotson. I have more Dotson than Eckler, but just at ADP, it's like I don't want to get crushed on Eckler having a good season, but I felt like he looked so bad last year that I don't see him turning back time and like putting up the speed that he used to have. So it's like, give me Dotson to have real ceiling, but I also have been taking Eckler in my Daniels builds. And on my last two, I actually have Eckler and Dotson together with him because I missed out on McLaurin. So, yeah, I don't really have a preference, but I know I have more exposure to Dotson.
Yeah, I'm definitely still on the Eckler train. I need to see one more year where he's not quite there. I mean, battled injuries, just a shit show out there in Los Angeles, rotating a million running backs. They didn't want to give him all of it. I do think like it'll help Brian Robinson there, a rookie QB, so they might dump it a little more. That's all. Like, I try not to look at too many of these videos or like change my perception on players from like 1 20-second clip. But I did see Daniels hit Brian Robinson on a pretty deep pass. Obviously, Eckler, the better pass catching back. Flipping coins, though. I like them both.
On this one, yeah, I would have been fine with, I prefer Corum over Chase Brown. But I am going to go most likely 6 running backs. My favorite build is 6 running backs, 9 wide receivers, and then 2 and 3 of the quarterback tight ends. Whatever my build is looking like. If I have 2 good tight ends, then I'll stick with that. Then I'll load up on the 3 quarterbacks and vice versa. So, yeah, 3-6-9-2 or 2-6-9-3 are how like 80% of my builds have been going, I think, especially with these 20 rounds. I really like that build a lot.
I was thinking the same thing, though, Billy.
Yeah, with CMC, I'd be fine with 5 usually, but I don't mind still getting 7.
I was thinking, like if I'm debating 2 running backs, like in that thing, I had no lean on either, because like 2 of the bye weeks were 9, 1 was 11. You were going to match it. I would have went the other just if I was 50-50, but I don't hate starting like you did too. I mean, you can still field 2 running backs every single week. So, but I was thinking about that too. If it comes down to, I don't know what to do, you leaning on, what am I talking about? Leaning on the bye week difference is important. Take a Green Bay Packer. I don't say that very often. He said, "Who sniped Goff?" that was a long time ago, Philly. But yeah, I will say, sniped. You were like 7 spots, but I still don't even think you wanted Goff because of the bye week thing. Yeah, like especially, yeah.
Shit. Now Chubb's gonna fall to me. I need wide receivers. We're gonna go with Big Mike. And then definitely Big Mike. And then you know what? I usually would take Komet over Hill, but since you got Williams, I don't mind getting some Taysom when he's available at tight end. Every year I'm overweight to Taysom. So let's go ahead and lock up Taysom and Andrews. And I'm pretty cool with just those 2. And maybe I'll get 3 quarterbacks, but I'm also not going to limit myself to just those 2. If there's somebody else that falls to me later, I might get a 3rd tight end.
Yeah, that makes sense. I appreciate it because I was looking because I wanted Komet. I knew I wanted him with Caleb Williams, but I was looking ahead, which I think you should do always, but easier when you're closer to the front or the back. And I saw that. I guess. I risked the G Hopeski because he took Freiermuth after I took Lloyd. But then I knew we got Kincaid in the 3 hole, McBride in the 2 hole and Andrews in the 1 hole. So I was hoping tight end wasn't going to go, but maybe in hindsight, maybe I should have just took Kmet instead of Lloyd. I got lucky, but looking back, maybe that was still suboptimal to get the Caleb Williams pairing, double tight end, Kittle, Kmet, and figured out running back. I just was nervous because Ty Chandler was also there, which I thought would maybe come back, but he was the same bye week as Williams and Pacheco, who I have at 6. And starting the first 3 running backs with bye week at 6 would have been tough. So, but I do think I probably did make a mistake. Maybe I should have went Kmet. But I got lucky. Thank you, Big Marley.
Yeah, I don't have a big lean over with Kmet over Hill, but in my rankings, I do have him slightly above. But I also think that Hill has the higher ceiling because if Derek Carr goes down, Hill could be the quarterback.
Yeah,
and I mean, tight end points,
goal line, running back, damn,
yeah, he's always got that. But I mean, he could be a starting quarterback at tight end.
That'd be crazy. That's who you would need for sure.
Yeah, that would be epic.
Appreciate everyone hanging out like always. Like button, subscribe button helps us out a ton. And I didn't show this graphic yet, but it speaks for itself. NFL package, $299 all year with an optimizer, with college football content added on. And if you sign up now, you get MLB, NBA. You get for Little Mac his Olympic takes, his summer league takes, and then money in the Discord. Get MMA, PGA, NASCAR, MLB. If you sign up now for the NFL package, optimizer there, you're looking at 3 times, 4 times, $1,000 at some places for an optimizer and just the NFL package. Spend less on content, spend more in your contests. Pretty self-explanatory right there. Philly's back on the clock. Yeah, besides the Goddard, I mean, you got, Lockett. There you go. You got to figure out that running back room, though.
I like it. Yeah, it would have been tough getting Hurts with Goff unless you were still going to go with Geno. But yeah, I hate getting 2 early quarterbacks at the same bye week.
Yeah, I don't really have any builds like that. I think the closest I would be fine with is if I guess the Burrow range, Burrow, Love, Williams, Trevor, Purdy, if those 2 of those, I don't know off the top of my head which combinations have the same, but I'd be fine that getting a late third.
I've passed up on some Burrow value because I already have Josh Allen, but I could have had some pretty sick Chase, Allen, Burrow, and then my Keon Coleman's or whoever else fell in my Allen lineups. But yeah, it's tough to spend that kind of quarterback capital on the same bye week.
I've taken a good amount of Antonio Gibson. I just think there's so many pass catching opportunities out of the backfield there. Another rookie quarterback should be trailing. It's not like Stevenson's going to be getting all the work. That's a spot with Gibson that I've been taking a good amount.
Ooh, what do I do? All right. Shit. I was thinking about going Pearsall because I don't really have much of him, and now he's starting to fall. So I could pick up some ADP value, but I also have a possible stack with Rodgers and Levis. Do I get both of them or just one and then Pearsall? What would you do?
I would take one of the QBs.
And then Pearsall? Or, I don't mind getting both of them.
You have time right now. Yeah, I would not mind going both at all. Otherwise, yeah, because you already have McCaffrey, Ayuk. To be honest with you, I'd probably go both.
Yeah, let's do that. Now I'm done at quarterback. And then I'm probably done at tight end as well, unless I get Conklin or Chig.
Yeah, I'd probably be done at QB, tight end with you. Yep. And then you're good. Yeah, that's what I would have done. Because the Pearsall, you already have Ayuk, you already got C-Mac. You're expecting a lot there. I do think the ADP does keep falling, as well. So yeah, I would have done that, even though Billy disagrees.
Billy, you would have gone Pearsall. I think Pearsall was the only guy other than them that I was thinking about, though. So I don't hate it. And I feel like his real ceiling is if they did trade Ayuk and then he steps into the number 2. But as the number 3, I just don't know how much he's going to really get when he's behind not only Debo and Ayuk, but he's still behind Debo and CMC too. So he's really a 5.
It's a hammy too, which I don't love the hammies, but
Dobbins.
You're not worried about Ayuk at all, are you?
No. Yeah, they have no reason to trade him, really.
No. From everything that I've read, yeah, it sounds like he'll be in San Fran. And he'll be a monster.
Yeah. And I like that he's falling. Now, he was going like 17, 18, 19 like a month or so ago. And now his ADP's 24. So let me start loading up on him.
Absolutely.
These drafters drafts are tough to do on the treadmill, though, because I like to do about 45 minutes. Sometimes it pushes me to an hour, though, and I'm like, damn, come on, guys, hurry up.
It does. You wanna click my team for Billy? 2472 Daniels with Scary Terry Dotson, Caleb Williams with Adunze Cole Kmet. Yeah, I mean the team's looking good right now. On paper, and then it'll take 160,500 out of 160,555. I will let you know after Philly and T-Dubs go, because that's 2 people I know that might be watching. But you're definitely close to the right track where I'm thinking.
Shit, maybe I'll even get Dobbins to come back to me. Or Pearsall. Shit, if I get Pearsall and Dobbins, then lock it up.
There you go. Lock it up. Give him the trophy. Actually, there ain't no trophy. Give him the drafter shirt. Give him the shirt.
Hell yeah. Let me cut those sleeves off.
I will say I actually do wear my shirt. I wear the same, probably the same 10 shirts. I do wear it. I don't leave the house much. The gym and home, so I like it.
Same. I wear this every week, once a week.
Yeah, Philly took Herbert. So I will admit, I debated taking Herbert where Gibson was and where Bateman was. But I also will admit, part of the reason I didn't is because I did know Roshan was down there. But I don't know. I still might want to go. No, I think I have to go Roshan. Yeah, I got to go Roshan.
Yeah, I would have done that. I actually looked at, I don't know which side it was, but I have a lot of Roshan exposure on one side.
Do you?
Yeah, like 19, 20%, something like that.
So how do you think it works out? Swift, Herbert, Roshan. I mean,
I think Herbert gets cut.
Herbert gets cut. Oh, that wouldn't be good for me.
Maybe it would. Maybe he would go to like Dallas or something like that. It could still be good.
Man,
I feel like Herbert gets the team. It just might not be the Bears.
He's good, man. Like, he is explosive.
Yeah, I've just heard from multiple people that he is kind of on the chopping block.
Yeah, well, this team I would take the Roshan. What's the Kyle Pitts outlook, y'all thinking? I mean, I guess the better question is Pitts compared to Kincaid, Pitts compared to Andrews, Pitts compared to, there's another one up there I'm thinking, Laporta, Kelsey, McBride. And my thought is it's probably behind all of them. I don't know. If they're in a dome, Kirk Cousins is a huge upgrade. There's still Drake London there. There's still Bijan there. So there still is competition. I mean, Rondale Moore. They got Mooney. Like, they got Atlanta's going to be fun. They're definitely going to be fun. I like Pitts, but I take him when he's there. I'm not reaching on him. Like I said, I prefer some of the other ones. There's no hot take from me. Same for you.
I'm not reaching on him unless I have mostly London, and then I'm really planning on getting Cousins late. But the only way I'm like for sure reaching a few spots is if I get Bijan and London together. Then I'm like, fuck it, we're going heavy Falcons on this one. Let me lock up Pitts, get Cousins 10 picks early if I need to, and this is a Falcons squad.
I'm debating if I want to go another tight end, Sanat with Daniels, but I think I'm going to go receiver. I debated it. I was close to go Sanat, but I mean, I spent a lot on Kittle. I have Kmet.
Yeah, I don't really like Sanat unless I have Daniels. So yeah, I don't mind. I'd have been fine either way. Mims or Sanat.
I have some Sanat. I don't have much Mims. Yeah.
How many we got? 3 more?
Yeah, these do, man. These do take a little while. The 20 rounds gets long at the end. But hey, it's not long when I have a slow draft. I will say though, after this show when I get in bed, I do probably still have like 12 or something I got to do. So it is never ending.
Yeah, my problem is I start like just hitting like I look at it and I'm like, oh, this person's available, I'll take them, and I don't even look at my team. So I like care less about correlation and stuff on those slow drafts because I just get so many that come up and I'm sick of picking them at that point. Especially on like an underdog, like week 15, 16, 17 goes out the window almost. Damn. My boy Chark, my highest drafted players, starting to bump up there now.
Wow, highest drafted player, DJ Chark. I mean, I like it though. Herbert's still good. They're just going to run the heck out of the football, but.
Yeah, I mean, I hate their running back room, though. Dobbins, you don't even know if he could stay healthy. I'm not a Gus believer, and then I don't know what kind of belief they have in the rookie, but I think Vidal's the one I have the most of. Actually, maybe I have more Dobbins because he falls a lot. Like, I'll get Dobbins around this 200 range every now and then because so many people are afraid of him getting hurt. So I feel like nobody falls to me more than Dobbins.
Yeah, I do like that. So you got 38 slow drafts going and could be huge news with news for training camp. Yeah, that's another benefit I like with those slows. You could time I'm trying to think of what it was. An OBJ, I think, when he got signed a couple of years back. And he was a free agent, and his ADP just skyrocketed and little stuff like that. And if you're on the clock and you have a late pick, I mean, that is an advantage there. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll start firing some.
And that contest is close. So, yeah, you even made a better point. You beat ADP in a normal one, but the $2 one you're talking, that's sold out for a while. You at the end of it. Then you even have a bigger edge.
You still got those going? All mine finished this last week. I had like 8 of them still going, and they all finished around the same time.
They ain't going to let me get Sanat on the way back, are they? I mean, at this point, I'll take it.
They might.
Which one of these clowns are going to – no. What the heck? I clicked the wrong button. All right, buddy. No, who's calling me? Come on, buddy.
They must not be watching the show.
No, they're not. Man, I mean, how do I not? I got to take Sanat, 3 tight ends, 3, 3, 2.
Yep. Especially when you're thinking about it. At 197, he falls to 212.
I will say I was looking ahead, and I'm not sure someone else would have taken him, but I didn't want to risk it.
So yeah, I wouldn't have taken him.
And they're debating in the tight end, but
Ertz over Sanat.
Ertz, isn't that guy like 59 years old?
I don't know if I have any Ertz, but I mean, it's not the craziest take. Wouldn't shock me.
You got any poker chips? I like it. You got any thoughts? I don't have any of the guy.
No, I don't either. Shit. All right.
But I will say,
I'm gonna take Baker here. You know,
you got sneaky guys like that late mark. draft him in the 20th round. You'll be one of the only ones to have him. I mean,
Yeah.
That's how you win.
Yeah, those are huge. When you can get people that are not drafted in most drafts, that's a plus.
Yeah.
And then 20th round, that's usually where I get my 6th running back. I just don't care too much for the receivers down here, except, I mean, the Miami guys I'm cool with. But other than that, there's just multiple running backs I'll take flyers on.
You know what? I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Mm.
I have Jefferson. Daniels is a rushing quarterback, so like I do like when rushing quarterbacks like that, Anthony Richardson, him, I do give him a little more risk tolerance. So I mean,
Yeah, if I didn't get Rodgers or Levis, I was thinking about taking him.
Here, I'll be 1 second. I gotta blow my nose again.
Go for it. At 240, I gotta take Foreman if he's there at 240. Let me start him up. What do I got? 9s and 11s. Stay away from those, which is everybody. All right, yeah, I'll just start starring these people, and I'll take whoever. You know, maybe I have one Prince lineup with a Mahomes. I'd have to check my exposures, but I don't have more than one, I don't think. Kenneth Gainwell, that's somebody who I've been starring a lot. I didn't even see him, though. I think he's gone. Yeah, someone took him. Oh, they took him at 206. Woo. Oh, Philly Phantom, that's why.
Philly's homer and taking Gainwell.
Yeah.
Last round.
Yeah, I get Gainwell's definitely one of those guys who I'm starring in the 20th round almost all the time. Like when I star 4 or 5 running backs, he's always in there if he's available.
Running back or receiver?
Here's my pool that I'm going to take whoever falls to me. So if you want one, take them.
I am debating Foreman or if I want to go a receiver. I do have a lot of 14 bye weeks.
I like Odell still. I feel like he's going to be there 3.
You like
at least
Odell?
at the start of the year.
I was debating. All right, I'll go Odell.
How many receivers you got?
9.
9. I love the 9.
3, 5, 9, 3.
Oof. Thought Foreman was going to make it to 240. That'd be cool. I have so much Justice Hill that lately I've been taking Ali just to kind of hedge out. But I like Sermon there too. I'd have been fine with any of those guys.
Break down the squad.
Right. I got me a San Francisco build with him, CMC, and Ayuk. We got Rodgers paired with my boy Big Mike. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt again. And then we got Levis paired with Hopkins. Small stacks, but I'll take it. At least I got stacks. CMC is the first pick. Went with Rashad White, Najee Harris, Trey Benson, Audric Estime, who wouldn't shock me to see him being the starter at some point in this year. And then Rasheen Ali. I have way more Justice Hill, but wouldn't shock me to see Justice Hill get cut and then this guy be the number 2. So I've been hedging with him lately. Ayuk, Devontae Smith, Hollywood Brown, Hopkins, Addison, Big Mike, Roman Wilson, who I'm not like high on him as a talent, but for some reason I have a lot of Wilson. He falls to me in so many drafts. So I'm just keeping that going, up in my exposure there. Then we got Walker. He fell like 30, 40 picks to me, so I had to take him. Javon Baker, been getting him a lot lately in the 200s. And then Mark Andrews and Taysom Hill at tight end. I like those two. I feel like they both have high ceilings. Don't really need a third with those guys.
3-6-9-2. I like it. Touch on my team, then we'll do T-Dubs, Philly, and get on out of here. 3-5-9-3. Daniels with Scary Terry, Dodson, Sanat. I like it. Caleb Williams with Odudze, Cole Kmet. I like it. McCarthy with the GOAT himself, JJ. I like it. All of them stacked. Running backs. I went 2 in the first 4 rounds, Kyron Pacheco. So I expect them to carry the load for the most part, which is the reason I ended up only going 5. I also like Lloyd and Gibson, 2 running backs and 2 RB schemes, or both running backs, Lloyd and Jacobs, and then Gibson and Stevenson will be involved. So they'll be on the field, expect points, better weeks, some weeks better than others, but I like it. Roshan, you get the Caleb Williams pairing a little bit there. Hope in this team he does go RB2, beats out Herbert's. Receivers, the Nuts, Jefferson, Neighbors, Scary, Adunze, J-Mo, Dotson, Bateman, Mims, Odell. No complaints at all. A lot of week 14 bye weeks. Hopefully, though, the first couple guys can carry me through then. Then 3 tight ends as well. And again, I'm fine if I went 2 tight ends on this team. Kittle, Komet, but I mean, Sanat fell. I was debating him taking a round prior, and I had the stacking. So, yeah, I like my squad.
Yeah, Sanat was going like 170s a month or 2 ago, so 212, can't complain at all.
Yep, you go T-Dubs, I'll go Philly, and I won't talk much about it, Philly. I know you auto-drafted, so it changed. But and then Tim, I assume Tim is T-Dub. My tight ends are weak, pretty good team. Yeah, you have 3 of them. Break it down for him.
All right, we got all right. A-Rich, he went with some late stacks. We got Evan Hull, and then Downs and A.D. Mitchell. I like it. And he also threw Jelani Woods in, like those stacks. And then Heavy Jacksonville, you got to love that. I get all the Jacksonville stacks I can this year. We got Trevor Lawrence stacked with Kirk and Brian Thomas. Yeah, if I can get 2 of those wide receivers, even Gabe Davis, or throw in Evan Ingram, give me any 2 of those people with Lawrence on any team, really. Went 7 running backs, but because of a more 0 running back build, we got Jalen Warren, Jonathan Brooks, Javonte Williams, Kamani Vidal, Bucky Irving, Will Shipley, Evan Hull, lots of rookies there. A.J. Brown at wide receiver with Olave, Kirk, Tank Dell at 41. Damn, I like it. Brian Thomas, Josh Downs, and A.D. Mitchell stacked, and then Malik Washington in his last round, I believe. Luke Musgrave, Jonnu Smith, who I really like, especially when he falls to me, and then Jelani Woods. So I actually don't hate those tight ends at all. I kind of like this whole build.
I'd probably go 4 tight ends if I did that. That's the only thing. I'd probably, just because, like, at the end of the day, like, Jono and Jelani Woods, it's really hard to see multiple weeks where they, like, Jonu's like the 8th option on that team. Jelani Woods is good. Like, I wish they gave him more. And it's hard to see Musgrave. So I personally would probably have gone for 4 tight ends.
Instead of Hull?
Yeah, instead of Hall, yep.
Got it.
You almost did 4.
I don't have many 4 tight
ends. Or
ends.
Washington. I was going to say, yeah, Hull or Washington. Like, either one. You already had really good receivers. I guess by week 12 was a little concerned. One of the 2, though. I like it. Let's go Philly Phantom. And then, again, obviously, I know you went Goddard. I probably would even have my Kraft. I know the bye week stuff, but like you're really banking on like Tucker. You need a week. You're really playing him for just week 5, and if he doesn't do anything week 5, you pretty much just wasted a spot. So to be honest, I found myself being fine taking zeros. I don't want to, and I'm not doing it in many builds. But instead of like drafting some bum tight end in one of the last rounds to get the same bye week, I've kind of been fine taking zeros. But maybe that's just me personally. QB is great. Running backs, Gibbs as the anchor. The rest, I like it. London Worthy. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get screwed. I guess you did it to your auto pick. The Goddard ruined it, but you know what you're doing, Philly. Besides that, I like it. Appreciate every single one of you hanging out. It was fun talking best ball. It was fun doing that draft. Again, we will be doing this next week. Rio and Big Marley, it'll be after the MMA shows on Thursday night, unless you hear otherwise. A lot of fun. Again, definitely head over to Drafters. Use that promo code SHIPIT. They will match 100%, $20 to $100, and get over to ShipItNation.com. No better deal going on. $299 for the NFL package with an optimizer. Then college football content on top of that. And you come in now, MLB, MMA, NASCAR, PGA, all included as well. Final thoughts, Big Marley. Final words for the people.
Nah, man, that was fun. Good luck to you, Title. Good luck to Philly. Good luck to Tim. Thanks for all the chat and Billy. Appreciate you guys watching. Good luck. Take care.
Good luck. Good luck, everybody. Yes, appreciate you hanging out, all that chat and Billy. You guys talking in chat makes it a lot more fun. Later, Tim. Later, Nate. Everybody, have a great night. Enjoy the weekend. Be back next week. Have a good one, Big Marley. Peace.